What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a top WWE star lashes out at CM Punk. Rikishi has made a bold WWE pitch regarding the Bloodline. The Rock responds to his backstage enemies. A former champion wants a WWE comeback. Is Chris Jericho leaving AEW? And much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia Shorts. And now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at a top WWE star lashing out at CM Punk. Our top story today takes a look at recent comments from Drew McIntyre, who during a recent interview delivered a shoot-style promo on CM Punk. During an interview with Gorilla Position in the UK, McIntyre confirmed his negative stance on Punk as a human being, and McIntyre went as far as calling Punk a terrible human being. I mean, I've been pretty honest about my opinions. Huge Names has a lot of attention from not just the hardcore fans, but the casual fan base know exactly who he is. He sells tickets and he's a draw, but he's a terrible human being. And I was around him when I grew up, and there's instances I haven't talked about, perhaps I wouldn't talk about until it's face to face with him, but he knows, and those certain feelings seem like much hasn't changed from talking to people that I know regarding his personality, and he came back, I felt a certain way. McIntyre also discussed the fact that Punk never apologized to him for his past mistreatment, and this is something McIntyre has taken personally. Next up, CM Punk's Summerslam match. Drew McIntyre confirmed during his interview with Gorilla Position that he would like to wrestle CM Punk at Summerslam in a world title showdown. This is a match that fans have been fantasy booking ever since Punk returned to WWE, and it'll surely be a huge match for the WWE to book at their summer spectacle. Whether this match goes down all depends on whether Punk will be ready to return. Reports indicate that Punk would be ready to return to the ring by the summer, and another factor is whether McIntyre re-signs with WWE. With McIntyre openly talking about the match he would like for SummerSlam, surely this is a key indicator that he's re-signing with the company. We'll no doubt know some more information regarding McIntyre's contractual status coming out of WrestleMania 40 in 3 weeks. Next up, a retired WWE Hall of Famer backing out a return match. Over the past few months, pro wrestling legend Mick Foley has stated that he's planning on coming out of retirement for one more match. However, during a recent High Spots signing, the former WWE champion stated that he may have to re-examine his plans as he's not losing weight at the speed he would like. I'd have to lose an extraordinary amount of weight, and it's not falling off like I hoped it would, so I'm gonna have to re-examine where I am at a certain point. It's not about the money, I want to have a fun match, but I'm having trouble. I've been working out, I feel better, moving better, but it's not showing up as of yet on the scale, so I'm not sure. I'll have an answer by the beginning of the year. There's a lot of different options, opponent-wise, to do such a thing. Do you guys think it's a smart move for Foley to come out of retirement? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Rikishi makes a bold pitch for the Bloodline. Rikishi has kept his distance from the on-screen Bloodline saga, yet on the latest edition of his podcast, he went into detail when it comes to what should come next in the epic storyline. According to the man himself, WWE have a ton of options following WrestleMania, yet Rikishi's suggestion is to see the Rock vs Cody feud and a feud between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Rikishi then suggested that the 2v2 rivalry could then be revisited inside a steel cage. It's unknown what exactly WWE have planned for the saga following WrestleMania. It's been reported that The Rock is set to film an upcoming movie following his match at WrestleMania, so that of course puts him out of the picture. Next up, will Roman Reigns wrestle at SummerSlam? The WWE have released a list of advertised talent for the final SmackDown before SummerSlam, and Roman Reigns is currently advertised for the show. This implies that Reigns will indeed be working SummerSlam, and although the show is still months away, WWE are unlikely to advertise such a big star if they haven't locked him in for the particular show. WWE has a ton of options for Reigns when it comes to SummerSlam, and they all depend on whether or not they'll make the call to have him drop the undisputed title to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Based on The Rock's schedule, it looks like he would have wrapped filming on his upcoming movie, so it's entirely possible that The Rock is involved in Reigns' SummerSlam program. It's unlikely that WWE will deliver The Rock vs Reigns at SummerSlam, as it's been heavily rumored that the match is destined for WrestleMania 41 next year. Who would you guys like to see Reigns face at SummerSlam in August? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up is Chris Jericho leaving AEW. Over the past year or so, the way AEW has booked Chris Jericho has received extensive criticism, and this has led to social media speculation that Jericho could eventually return to WWE. In a recent interview with Gabby AF, Jericho discussed whether he plans on leaving Tony Khan's promotion, and Jericho outright stated that currently he has no plans to leave AEW. I love working here, I love working with, not even with Tony Khan. WWE is a completely different animal now than when I left in 2017. It's been 6 years. It's not something that I've really thought about. I like watching and reading about what's going on, the buzz that they have, but I also like my company and help start AEW. I don't really see any reason why I would leave at this point. Never say that I wouldn't go, but I have zero plans of that. I like it here and I like the people I work with. I enjoy coming to work every week, which is not always the case in WWE, and it's weird how it's the case here, but it's a different vibe, and I have a lot of fun here in AEW. While it's understandable that Jericho wouldn't state that he's leaving his current employer, Jericho is destined for a WWE Hall of Fame spot one day, and when Jericho retires and leaves AEW, it would make sense for Jericho to return to WWE in some capacity. Next up, a WWE running a home invasion story. It looks like the WrestleMania 40 feud between AJ Styles and LA Knight is about to heat up. Last night, AJ uploaded a video promo to Twitter where he declared that he has no plans to be at any upcoming editions of SmackDown and he will see LA Knight at WrestleMania.
I won't be at SmackDown, so you can keep looking, but I'll be at WrestleMania. I'll see you there.
This has led fans to fantasy booking the idea of LA invading AJ's house on the road to WrestleMania, and this could be the exact angle the storyline needs to take it to the next level. While AJ vs LA is a huge match on paper, there were rumors that LA was destined for a match with Logan Paul. Nevertheless, LA making his WrestleMania debut against one of the greatest of all time will no doubt be a huge deal for him. Next up, the real reason WWE are working with GCW. It came as a huge surprise yesterday when it was announced that WWE star Shayna Baszler will be working the upcoming GCW Bloodsport event. WWE stars working events of this nature were strictly prohibited under the old era of WWE, yet Triple H evidently has a different stance on his talent appearing in other promotions. The always reliable Fightful Select has offered a report on why exactly WWE are working with the promotion, and it ultimately comes down to Triple H having a strong relationship with promoters outside of the WWE bubble. WWE sources tell Fightful that Josh Barnett and Triple H have known each other for years, and that Barnett made a call and personally requested that Baszler appear on the show. Next up, a former champion wants WWE comeback. A former WWE star Kelly Kelly recently appeared at a virtual signing for RDB Promotions, and the former Divas champion declared that she's interested in a WWE return. Kelly noted that she wants her twins to see her perform in the ring, so she's open to re-entering the squared circle. Kelly has been semi-retired for several years now, and her last match came in 2022 when she appeared in the Women's Royal Rumble. Based on her comments, we can assume that Kelly is hinting at more than a one-off Rumble appearance and is interested in a comeback that includes a number of matches. Next up, The Rock responds to Backstage enemies. And this morning, The Rock took to Instagram to clap back at a recent report that he claimed he was rubbing WWE talent the wrong way due to his profanity-filled promos on social media. In typical Rock fashion, his response is hilarious. "You seem like somebody The Rock can love, drunk and horny. Networks and standards and practices have issues with my language, but I'd rather be real than not. I talk from the heart, shoot from the hip, and always try to have fun. Enjoy the Rock concert, final boss." And finally, Cody Rhodes hands out Rhea Ripley's gum. Our final story today takes a look at Cody Rhodes' latest antics, and this time the 2024 Rumble winner has officially gone too far. According to the fans who attended this week's SmackDown show, they stated that Rhodes gave away Rhea Ripley's used gum to a fan in attendance. Rhodes has bizarrely given away tables and shoes, but a used piece of gum is probably the most bizarre yet. The fan who received the gum broke their social media silence yesterday and even shared a picture of the used gum to the sheer horror of fans on Twitter. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.